What is up, YouTube? Vintage Snap here again with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a restoration video. And yeah, it's been a long time coming for this video. I've actually had the hat for like 3 months now. So someone shipped this in a freaking envelope, and I still haven't restored it. So yeah, actually I'm just kidding. I actually had someone purposely ship this in an envelope to me. My buddy Kenzie shipped this so I could make a video, and so I'm finally making the video. This is my way of restoring hats. Not everyone does it the same, but my way works pretty good for me. I'll give you guys some tips and pointers. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a towel. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry for there not being music, but I'm in my cleaning room and I don't have music in here, so yeah. Alright, so let's get it started. This is the hat that I'm going to be restoring. As you can see, it's complete pancake, or it was until I pushed it up, but it's a Nike Air hat. Pretty sick hat. But yeah, we're going to turn this thing into perfect condition. So what I use is, I use an electric toothbrush. Most people just use a normal toothbrush, but I use an electric toothbrush. I like to use this OxyClean gel stick. Works good for me. Also use Dawn sometimes. And the key parts to it, a cardboard insert. Any kind of cardboard's good, but the lighter stuff's better. Starch. This is the kind I use, premium starch. It has a really good scent and it holds well. A lot of people use hairspray, but I'm not a hairspray kind of guy. And sometimes I use bags to help stuff the hat. And the most important part is a towel. You roll it up, or you fold it twice long ways, and then you roll it up. Some people use pots, but I use towels. Yeah. So I'm just going to get this thing wet. Nice and wet. This hat's just for Reshape. It's not really dirty, but I'll show you guys what I do. So I do a couple squirts of this, and then I scrub it with my toothbrush. Get the sweatband. This one's not dirty, but in case I want to wear this. And then if there were some stains, I would probably let this sit for a while. I'd probably scrub it a little harder, but there's no stains on this hat, so we don't really need to do that. Alright, so as you can see, it's looking pretty good right now. And then this is another step that I do that a lot of people don't, is I actually like to dry it partially with a towel. I like to get it pretty dry with this first. Okay, so you've got your hat. It's pretty clean now. It's got a lot of its shape back just from being wet. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the starch and I'm going to spray it right on the inside dome, right here. Right where it's supposed to stick up. And I like to get it, just saturate it in starch. This is my cardboard cutout. I made it from an old shipping box, but you can use whatever kind of cardboard you want. Stick it on there just like that. I'm actually going to use a bag for this because it seems like it's been in a envelope for a couple months now. So, and then I'm going to stick it right on here. And the bag kind of just helps hold up the front a little better. And you want to get it as much on the towel as you can, so fit it to the dome good. Fit it to the towel good. And then you're going to want to tighten the snaps as tight as you can. See, they're as tight as I can get them. That's what the cap looks like. And then you're going to want to spray the outside of the cap too. So when you put your cap on, or when you put the starch on, your cap should look like this, pretty white. A lot of people say that starch stains their cap and stuff, but I've never had a problem with that. So I don't know what kind of starch you guys are using. So yeah, and then I'm gonna leave this. After about a couple hours, you should be able to see that it's got a lot better of a shape. But I usually let mine dry overnight, about like 12 hours at least, I would say. So I'm going to set this one aside, and I'll post a picture of it tomorrow, but yeah. And I've got a few more hats to reshape. I'll try to see if I have one that has some stains on it. I'm going to reshape this. This is a personal hat for me. Another personal hat for me. This has got a little stain on the brim, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to get that out, so. This is another personal hat that I'm probably going to keep. And this one as well, which is super cool. Mad TV. I copped this at the thrift like 2 days ago. So I might keep this one. I'm not sure. But keep an eye out because I'll post a picture of it. So I'm going to reshape. Not really reshape. This one's got a pretty good shape, but I'm going to reshape it anyways. But I'm going to clean it because it's got a little bit of nasty on the sweatband. So I'll clean that for you guys and show you how it turns out. Okay. So again, you want to get it wet. Get it nice and wet. I try, unless the brim has stains, I try to avoid getting that too wet because you never know with some of the hats, the brim could get super floppy if you get it really wet. And so you get this wet, especially the sweatband, you want to get that really wet, especially if you're going to clean it. Also, when you're cleaning hats, make sure that you use cold water, especially if it's a hat that has a lot of embroidery or a lot of colors on it, because the colors will bleed, and so it's pretty risky, especially if it's a white hat like this one. Make sure you're using cold water. I'm going to use the gel stick again. Alright, so I've got some of the gel on there. I'm going to scrub it really hard on the sweatband. And don't even worry about the hat losing shape at this point, because we're going to reshape it anyways. Okay, so I've got the gel scrubbed in there pretty good, and I'm actually gonna let this sit for a few minutes while I reshape another hat, because sometimes you need to let this OxyClean sit for a couple minutes and it will do its work. Scrub this logo real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside right there. Okay, and I'm actually gonna work on this one next. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get that out because it's kind of like it's a pretty good stain, I think, but I'm really excited about this hat. I'm surprised I haven't cleaned it yet because I've had it for about a month. So same thing, you're gonna get it wet, get it nice and wet. This one I'm actually gonna get the brim pretty wet so I can get that stain off. But this hat's really nice. It's got, I've actually never seen this before. It's got a really good shape and a really nice logo on the front. You know I had to get it because it's Denver. Yeah. So, gonna scrub this one same way as the last one. Get a little bit of the gel right there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing as with this one. Let it sit for a couple minutes. I've scrubbed that stain pretty good. I'm pretty confident it's going to come out. So we're going to let this sit while we finish up on the NFL plain logo. Alright, so we're going to finish this off. We're going to rinse off what we did. Rinse it off. This is going to be a really nice hat. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. You can't really tell that it's any cleaner in there, but I promise you, if you let it sit overnight when it's drying, it will be a lot cleaner. And you know, I could have done a lot more work scrubbing it. I could have worked a lot harder on that, but it's honestly not that dirty, and it's going on my head, and I don't really care, so. It's something weird I kind of like to do. I like to get water in there and then kind of just swirl it around like that. It kind of cleans the dome if it's not your hat. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Dry it off a little bit. I'm actually really excited. This thing has a really nice curve on it. And the odd thing about hats is it's so hard to get a nice curve on it. So when you see a hat that has a good curve on the bill, jump on it, because it's hard to curve a bill. It's just kind of a weird thing. It seems like it'd be easy, but it's really not. Okay, so we're going to spray the inside with the starch. Just really want to saturate it again. It will make it shape hold well. Got our starch in there. And then we're going to use a cardboard insert. There we go. And we're going to stick it on here on this towel. I pre-made all these because you want to be able to see me making them, so stick it on there just like that. And then again, we're gonna snap it as tight as you can. This one's kind of wasn't able to get this towel very big, so it's kind of small, but you can tell the shape's gonna turn out really good on this. There we go. And I'm just going to finish off this final 4 hat, and then I'm going to let you guys go because I don't want this video to be too long or people won't watch it. So, rinse off that where we scrubbed. Gonna scrub it a little more.